Hello, welcome to Tae Kwon Do training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. Now, what I'd like to do on today's show is work on some foot movement, especially if you're sparring, or even for self-defense, where you can work some foot movement into some speed and power with your kicks. A lot of people just go, when you do martial arts, you throw a kick, oh, you just throw the kick. Well, you do throw the kick, and you can throw a kick from a certain stance, or you can move around and make some different stances very quickly where you can come in with a nice, stronger and more accurate kick and much more speed by using your body momentum. I usually call it your flow. You're usually flowing in the direction you should go, or even if it's a stop, you're bouncing off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You're bouncing off your own body weight and throwing a hard, strong kick. Okay? So what we're going to do is we'll stay in a fighting stance. All right? Again, as I always say, fighting stance. If you look at my feet, you're going to see that it's just like when we walk. All right? We walk. There's your stance right there. All right? See how nice and relaxed it is? This is a long forward stance. We practice certain moves with this. This is a back stance. There's a lot of different stances. But as I'm showing as we do these shows, I'd like it to be as comfortable as you can with the fighting stance. All right, so that you can use this for self-defense if you have to, or if you're training for tournaments, whatever. I show you just one little trick or something for speed and power that might help you. Okay, so you're in that fighting stance. Hands are always up. Remember, hands are always up. Body's really loose. Body's really loose. All right? And I mean, when I say body, I mean your ankles, right? Your knees, your hips, right? Even up your upper body. Even though you're throwing kicks, you can't be tight up here. I see a lot of people, they'll throw a kick and tighten up. You can't do that. You have to be ready to throw a block, a punch, and for your next kick. So you have to be loose. All right. So we're going to do an easy one here. Say I'm in a right fighting stance. All right. And you're going to usually see me bouncing around because when I do fight, that's my. I like to be a target, not be a target. Move around so that I'm not a target. All right. So I like to move around and switch my stances. Okay. Just switch my stances. All right. So if I'm in a right fighting stance, all right, and this is just one exercise you can do in the mirror. And we'll start off very easy. You just step back, all right? Watch this. Someone's coming at you, step right back. Here, step back. That's so easy. But you practice that in the mirror, so you get speed, all right? So your left foot will be planted, and your right foot will come into a left fighting stance. Now, as I'm doing this, watch. I even throw a hip jog, right? Right? I come in, so I get more speed. Right? Now, when you do that type of move, you're here, that means someone could be coming in and you're moving away from their attack. Or you're letting them attack so that you can counterattack. It's not rocket science, right? That's you're in a mirror, right? You've never done martial arts before. You have a mirror in your bedroom. You're here, your hands are up. You just practice this. This is martial arts. Right? Right. Now what we do is once I come back here, I know I'm setting myself up for a front round kick. All right? That's what I want to do now. So from here, what I'm going to do is step. Once I step, I really don't even let my heel touch. All right. What I do is I come and my heel never really touches. So it's almost like my ankle's a hinge, or it is a hinge anyway, right? It's on a hinge. And when I hit the ground, I'm bouncing back up. So I'm almost using it like, right? Notice how I go, I come back, and I get ready for my front round kick. Right? So when you practice, you start off this way. All right? You start off this way. You're here. Then, 1, 2, right? Don't even throw the kick. Just get used to it. 1, 2, right? 1, 2. Notice how I'm chambering, and I'm getting my foot in a position. 1, 2, getting my foot into position. I'm only going to do a midsection front round kick, especially when this type of kick is done in the tournament action. It's usually midsection. They're going for that front round kick in the midsection. Okay? You could do it high section. When you do a high section kick, it's going to take you a fraction of a percent longer. So you're going to be, you want the speed, you want the big loud bang when you're competing. And if you do hit someone, self-defense or something, they're coming at you, you go here, and then you pop back in, you hit them here, you'll break a rib, or you'll do a lot of damage down here. So don't say there's not as much damage. There's a lot of damage in this part of your body. Especially with the front round kick and you come around and you hit the floating ribs. You break the floating ribs. They're just very weak. You break floating ribs or you bruise the floating ribs on your opponent, they don't want to fight anymore. They can barely breathe. So you practice that with pads, you know. But you're in the mirror by yourself. 1, 2. Now, notice how I'm popping back off that foot. 1, 2. All right. 1. Then I pop back off on it. Right. I use both feet. All right. So I'm here, bang, both feet, and I get myself ready for the kick. So you practice that. Just 1, 2. Don't even throw the kick. When you do these kind of exercises in the mirror, it gets you ready. It gives you speed. And as you're doing the exercises, if you put your hands on your stomach, you're going to feel your stomach tighten right up. It's like doing sit-ups, planks, squats, anything you can do that's going to help your midsection and your legs. You're doing it right there, just that one exercise. All right, so right fighting stance, front round kick. Right? And you do 10 each side. 1, 2, come around. You're here, left fighting stance, here, down. Right? I'm coming back, down, and front round kick. All right, that's pretty easy. Keep your hands up. You can do the same thing for a front snap kick. Right? You're here, you come back, front snap kick. From here, down, front snap kick, and you can get ready for another kick if you want. All right? So you're here, down, front snap kick. It's pretty easy. You can come back here in a fighting stance here, down. Now, if I want to do a spin kick or a back kick, so a reverse round kick, which comes around here, or a straight back kick, as I come back on my foot, so if I'm going to do a front round kick, I kind of come straight back and then go straight forward. Snap front round. Little trick if you're doing a spin kick, what you do is you bring it back almost where your foot's coming behind your other foot. So I'm right here, comes behind my other foot. So then all I do is turn, I'm back in a good fighting stance. Then I come up, side thrust, a back kick. Okay, so if you're going to do a turn, don't come straight. If you came straight this way, all right, front round, front snap, push kick, that's fine. Axe kick, you go into the front. If you know that you want to wait for them to come in, step back, see how I came back? I'm already in the turn, all right, and I'm getting myself ready this way, all right? I'm in a fighting stance, bring my leg up, back kick. That's how you do a nice spin back kick. Reverse round kick, the same thing. You come back here and you spin, reverse round kick. Get ready in your fighting stance. So that's just stepping back. Now, almost the same is if I was in this stance and I swapped, all right? I was in this stance and I swapped. So I'm here, pop, right? I'm here, pop. See that? All right, watch. Pop. So instead of stepping, right? Instead of stepping here, what I'm doing is swapping. It's the same type of motion, the same results when you're going to throw that front round kick or front snap kick to the front, axe kick. And a lot of times your opponent's coming in, they might be throwing that kick. They might have thrown a front round kick. You've blocked it. So they come in, they threw a front round kick. That's a counter. All right? Here, it's a counter. What you're doing is you're letting them throw their kick. You're blocking it. You've come out of the way. Excuse me. I'm sorry. When a good martial artist is fighting you, they're trying to judge their distance. Same with you, with them. You're trying to judge the distance so that if you throw your kick, you just hit them with that kick. You're not too close where you jam up, or you're not too far where you miss. So you know that that's what they're thinking and that's what they practice. So as they're coming in, if you stand there, they throw a kick. They're going to hit you if you just stand there, or you're going to have to block. If you're here and you make that move, now you've separated probably a foot away from where they want to plant that full kick. All right, so what happens there is they miss the kick, or you block the kick, all right, because it's too far away. Then you move in and you counter as you move forward, and they might have already moved forward. Okay. So this one you practice in the mirror. This is so easy to do. But if you do a few of them in the mirror, say a minute worth of one side and a minute worth the other, watch the great workout you're going to get. It's like sprinting. So you're here and you just swap. Right? Your hand here, you swap. Now notice as I do the swap, I'm not going to swap and keep my body straight. Believe me, as I'm talking to you now, I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you. If you watch this class over and over, you'd start seeing what I'm talking about. All right? So I'm trying to give you a lot of information in a half hour. And I know sometimes if you're brand new, it's overwhelming, but just watch the show a couple of times. You'll say, that makes sense. All right? So from here, you're in the mirror. As you turn, notice as I start here, I'm not giving them my full body. I'm giving them a part of my body here where I'm limiting their target, which is me. All right? I'm here, I'm limiting the target. Also, I'm staying in a good fighting stance. Here, same thing. Right? So you stay in the mirror, and as you turn, you give them this part of your body, which is to the side. A lot of people will fight straight on this way. I never did. Not that it's wrong, but I just think of the theory of it. Give them less to hit. If you're in this target, you're kind of vulnerable for this moving back, or your lateral movement's kind of tough. If you're here, you have better movement, all right, and they have less the target, as I say. This is their target. This block, this whole arm. Hit my arm all you want, all day. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to hurt like when you start breaking ribs or hit me in the head. All right? Even if I didn't block, the arm's there. Okay? So you practice that in the mirror. Wow. Here. And see how I'm bouncing a little? When I bounce like that, I'm trying to make sure that my heels don't touch. My heels don't touch. So, you're in a situation, someone meets you on the street, they might attack you. You know they might attack you. You have to get ready. Again, someone comes at you, and they're coming at you, and you end up coming in this kind of stance, moving around. Now they're going to say, wow, this person might know some type of martial arts or how to fight, whether it's boxing or any kind of martial art. So you just got one up on you for yourself. All right? And if they're not doing it, and they're coming at you, you know, like a bull in a china shop, that they have no clue what they're doing, then if you practice these type of moves, you can move around, get out of their way. They want to come in hard, and you meet them. Right? You're here. Come on, boom. All right? Pretty easy. It's a pretty easy. So we started just this. Okay, watch this. This is another foot move that we just did, the swap. All right? So from here, one. Here's two. All right? Here's another one right here. I'm in a left fighting stance. Half a step to my right. My right goes back. How easy is that? Yeah, you think, wow, it's like doing the tango, you know. So they're coming in. Excuse me. As they're coming in, you're always ready to try to do a block. We're assuming they're going to throw kicks, even if they're throwing punches. But when you're here, you're looking at them straight in the eye. You're never looking at their legs. You're looking straight in the eye. If you look at a person straight in the eye right in front of you, you see their whole body. The peripheral vision will see the whole body, everything they're doing. All right? You look at the feet. If you're going to fight someone, you start looking at their feet. You don't know what their hands are doing because all of a sudden you're blocked off. You can't see. All right? So you have to use your peripheral vision. Always remember that when you fight someone. So that's why you look them in the eye. All right? Straight in their eye. By looking them in the eye, you're going to tell whether they're scared, all kinds of emotions, whether they're completely out of their mind. And that's where you can make some decisions. So you're here, all right? Left fighting stance, all right? One foot comes to the other and back, all right? So you're here. They want to come in. They're coming in faster. See how quick that is? All right? So you start off 1, 2, all right? 1, 2, all right? Until it becomes quicker, right? Becomes quicker, and then boom. So as I come over and I bounce off, right? See, so I swapped, then I bounce back. I never swap, and my feet, my heels never touch the ground. So I don't swap, boom, boom, all right? I don't go. It's hard to do. I can't even do it. But what I do is I keep my feet on my heels up off the ground. Right? And when I do that, all right, I rock back, then I follow through. A lot of times people, as you're coming back, all right, they want the attack because they think you're on the defense. But what you're doing is you're luring them in to your world, all right, your space. All right? So you've actually lured them. That was your plan. Now they have to fight on your terms. You brought them in. Because sometimes they'll throw one kick and see you coming back and want to throw another kick. That's when, as they're throwing the other kick, you beat them to the punch or beat them to the kick. Okay? I'll bring Grandmaster Pelletier or someone in the next show, and we can do variations of this, and you can see how I can get the angles on them as they're throwing their kick or knowing which kick they're going to throw. Okay? So it's very, very easy. We have, again, I repeat myself now because I did a lot. Right? We have one full step back. Pretty easy. One full step back. Then we have a swap. All right? Then we have a swap. Each time I do, once I know I'm going to swap, I'm keeping my heels off the ground, then I come up with any kick. It could be a front snap kick. It could be a push kick. It could be an axe kick. It could be a front round kick. It could be a side thrust. A lot of times from here, you probably won't throw too much of a side thrust. We do it once in a while, depending on who you're fighting. But from here, to throw a side thrust means you have to turn and go straight out. There's no hooking method or swinging method. A side thrust means you're chambering and you're throwing straight out. So a side thrust is good if you were in a left fighting stance and you just came right in. Okay, you see what I'm saying? From here, you come, you chamber, and then you throw your foot out. You let out. Side thrust, straight out. You're in the front, they're coming at you, right? You come in, straight side thrust. But these type of spins or swaps, and if you spin, it's for momentum, all right? What we're trying to do, see if I'm right here and just throw a front round kick, that's perfect, right? Throw a front round kick, all right? That's good. But if I can get some kind of momentum, right, some movement, I'm not just stagnant on the ground and trying to apply all my power right from the ground with my body instead of using momentum. That's what's great about spinning. You know, the spinning's a little more advanced. That's why I'm keeping it, you know, either a front round kick or back or front snap kick, back or axe kick, you know, back or in a crescent kick, right? Back or a push kick. It's just a rocking motion, a rocking motion. After you do the initial step back and you come up, just make sure you chamber tight to your body, and then throw the kick off. Especially 45. A front round kick comes up and around this way. A 45 comes not like a front snap kick, but at a 45. So you get a front snap, straight, front round kick, then a 45. 45s are very quick. And that's what we use for a lot of tournaments, you know. So something like this, you want to make sure if you're going to do these type of exercises, even tonight, it's a quick, stagnant type of motion where you want to be loose. Because if you're not, that's when you tear. Because your muscles tight, even though it's a warm day out, if your muscles are tight and they haven't been stretched a little, and you want to stretch them a lot, but if they haven't stretched a little, as you throw that kick out, the muscle tears. That's where you get your groin injuries and your hamstring injuries. And they take a long time to heal. Once they heal, you have a scar tissue. Now your muscles are getting tighter and tighter because the scar tissue tightens up. And believe me, no matter how much I've trained from, I'm pushing 50 years. I got scar tissue all over my body. You got to live through it. I'm not half as stretched as I was when I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s because of that. All right, because of injuries, and they happen just from contact with something, and you're off. It's nature, but you try to prevent it. I always stretched a lot before I competed or I even trained. Stretch a lot. A lot is 20 to 30 minutes, right, to get all my stretches. And the stretches themselves, whatever stretches you do, okay, whatever stretches you do, is a workout, all right? You know, could be almost a yoga type of thing in your mind if you're just trying to stretch all your body parts. And you know, you want to make sure that you work your upper body just as much, right? Don't just stretch your legs. You want to stretch your back, right? Your back is important, right? Stretch. Anything you can do that feels good, all right? Stretch, move around. Do that every day. If you can stretch every day for a few minutes, boy, you're going to feel like $1 million. It's when we don't stretch for long periods of time, our muscles start getting tighter and tighter. And then that's, especially as you get older, that's why people who walk like this, they probably didn't stretch much their whole life. They probably had a job where they sat most of their life, and that's the worst thing you do. You have to move. You have to move every day to feel better, all right? And whether you didn't want to practice any kicks, just staying here in the mirror and doing something like this, all right? You're creating a whole workout for your body, helping your core, helping your muscles, and especially your bones. By doing this type of jump, your bone density, especially in your legs, gets stronger, and your hips get stronger, because that's the way your body works. Body's a machine that works better when it's worked. It'll wear out as the ages slowly, but it won't wear out as fast if you work out, because your body's moving, the fluids, everything's working as a unit, and it's good for your mind too. You're losing weight, all right? You're in a mirror. Practices, just bounce around the house, all right? Instead of doing the dance, bounce around the house. Keep your hands up, all right? Keep your hands up. Move around, move your head. Okay? And the looser you are, the more you do this, the looser you're going to get. Beginning, you might be tight, not feeling comfortable. But then as you make sure you concentrate on all your ankle, all right, your knees, your hips, all right, all your muscles. Think of them as one unit, all right, your upper body, all right. They're all hinges, all right, and they all need lubrication. They get the lubrication by the constant movement. No movement, no lubrication. You just shrivel up. All right? Move. No matter how old you are, move slower. Move slower. Go in the mirror and just, nice and easy. When you do that type of exercise, you get confidence, all right, that you can move. All right? First couple of days, first couple of weeks, sore, you're so sore. What an easy exercise, but you're so sore. But as the weeks go by, you're not as sore. You say, wow, this isn't as bad as a month goes by, 2 months goes by. You're flying, you're moving around. All right? That's how it's a slow progression on all ages. If you're in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you're going to be a slow mover, but that doesn't matter. Any movement's better than no movement at all. Any movement's better than no movement at all. All right? So the couch and the chair and sitting down, oh, it's so comfortable. It'll kill you. Comfort's going to kill you. Believe me, comfort will kill you. Get rid of your comfort zone. All right? Once you get rid of your comfort zone, things start happening. All right? Especially your weight and your confidence and your body movement. Right? So that was an easy class tonight. All right? Just stepping back. All right? Swapping. You're skipping, a little skip back. I used to love that one because when I would fight, they'd come in, I would skip back, right? And then throw a kick, skip back. The more you practice, you're going to say, I like this type of exercise better. And believe me, you do that in the mirror, you'll be soaking wet in a half hour, and it's a great workout. You're going to be sore. All in here is going to be a little sore, but soreness is good. It means you did something that day. And your muscles are happy. Don't overdo it. Start off slower. Try to work maybe a half hour if you can to 15 minutes, then work into a good 45-minute hour workout, even if it's every other day. It's about all the time we have for tonight's show. Till next time, have fun and train hard.